Is it okay if I go live? Okay. I don't know. Sometimes people don't like that. What? Family channel!
Let's just stream this the next day.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So did you guys make these musical things, or? Okay. It's very happy.
So, in case you didn't know, they had Bluey Panel show. They had Bluey Planes, so our official dollar coin.
Yeah, the Australian Mint officially minted $1.
Yes, let's say $1. And 63,000 of the coins are missing. Someone actually stole the coins and uploaded them in lots of they were selling them, and they actually created a task force. The task force to try and find out who did it, where they were selling from, like trying to recover as many things.
So just to be clear, the Australian police dedicated resources to hunt down the $1 thief.
Yes. And they called it Strike Force Bandit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they found out who did it, and they had 1,000 coins left of the 63,000 that were taken. So they are all in circulation, you have them already, and yeah, so you can actually get real Bluey $1 to spend.
Just before we start, we couldn't leave the door open just in case people are scared to come in.
Yeah, everyone is welcome.
Like, we're not scared of spiders.
Yeah.
Alright, well, how about we make a start, because we only have around about 60 minutes to talk about something that we have talked on the regular, and I'm not really sorry to say that we've done this to you. We've talked about this probably for hours, if not days, of every week, of every day, of every week that we've had since the show first came out. We'd like to mention Ryuji over there. The lovely Ryuji was the one that introduced us to a show that came from our own country.
Yes.
I've got children now.
So, this year what we've decided to do, instead of talking about Australian life and how close the show actually is to our home, what we've actually decided to look at is showing you that Bluey is not just a kids show, that it actually shows and teaches parents things as well. So, front up, I'm going to admit we aren't the creators of the show. Sorry, it's not us.
I do live close though, I live on the Gold Coast, which is
We're good, but we're not that good.
Bluey Studios. So, yeah, not too far away, but no, I'm not a creator.
Yeah, so just to introduce ourselves, we've got...
Well, thank you for that. Hello, I'm known as the Uncle Brody. I've done content creation and reactions to Gen 4 mostly, done a bit of online gaming with these guys. But yeah, again, thank you Ryuji for introducing me to another thing that consumes my life.
And
I'm Lachlan. I also am the conjurer of Krystal Online, and we do actually put on a convention as well.
Ooh.
Ryuji and Eli back there, as well as a whole bunch of stuff, because we actually had an online Bluey Panel. And I was also introduced to Bluey from Ryuji, and it took off, and we absolutely loved it. So
This is going to happen all the time. Who we got down the end there?
I'm Silas. I'm just here right at the end. But again, I've met Rudy and all these guys through things. My kids do now watch videos, so it's quite an eye. Anyway.
And this is Silas's first Brady convention, so
Woo!
Alright, let's check one of us. One of us. Alright, and finally, my name's Siri. I'm the humble Reg lead here at Everfree Northwest. I work in a children's hospital which has been sadly inflicted by Bluey. We show nothing but Bluey 24/7. It makes sure that the sick kids stay there. Basically, it brings a lot of comfort to a lot of sick kids, so we're very thankful to Lego Studios and Disney for letting us have it at our hospital. Now, I've been told by Lycan that I need to warm up the crowd a little bit, so the only way that I know how to do that is to throw things at people. I need an excuse to do that, so what we're going to do is a bit of a quick quiz. And a good quiz needs some prizes. Where is the box of prizes? There was a box of prizes. Reach, where's the
It's right there.
Fantastic. As you can see, Australians are nothing but well organised. So we've got a bit of a lovely selection here today. We've got straws and hard rock candy from a place called Sticky in Australia. These are limited edition. You can't get them. They only make them every so often.
So be aware, if you guess right, we are going to send some of these straws flying through the air at your face.
Catch.
Yeah, hands up if you don't want me to be the one throwing them.
oh,
Oh, fantastic. Great. I want to use Yes, I want to do this action. Okay, so our warm-up quiz. Alright, this is the first person with their hand up. I'm going to call on you. So, who is this?
Oh,
Hands up, yeah, go for it.
Rusty.
Alright.
Now, I'm cheating a bit because my nephew named my nephew named our parents' dog after him.
Fantastic.
Alright, next one. Who is it?
Oh, first hand. Muffin.
Muffin.
I'm going to put these up here for you.
Yeah.
Go, runner, go.
Alright.
That's
Next one. Who is it? Oh, over that. What? Jack, yes. Alright.
Jack Russell Terrier.
Ready for the next one?
Hand.
Winston, I love it. Great work there.
And, as many people mistakenly say Winston, it is actually Winton.
Yep, he's his favorite.
Oh, wow. Perfect. This one. Yeah. The next one, hopefully you guys can know. Oh,
Well, this could be a hard one.
Oh, sorry, behind you, had your hand up? No, you,
Yeah,
yeah, you.
You.
We have plenty to go around.
Lots.
Yeah.
she kind of got it before me.
Yeah.
Alright, go for it. What do you
Very valuable.
Snickers.
Snickers.
Yes!
Next one. Yes. Oh wow, geez, up the front here is getting more ones. Alright.
Is there enough in the box?
There's going to be more than enough box. Richie, next one along. Okay, and
It's not
Right in front of you.
did we do this one? Yes. And
Yes.
And?
Is that lucky? No, I think I've gotten that wrong.
yep.
I'm very surprised by that.
Well done.
Siri asked me earlier, and I said, that's what he's doing.
Yes, more commonly known as Lucky's Dad. And Lucky's Dad's rules.
Thank you for somebody who actually knew what it was. I'm glad for that. Alright, so that is our awesome warm-up. What we're going to do now is we're going to look at each of our favourite episodes.
Yay!
So each one of the 4 episodes, chosen one particular particular episode that we would like to showcase to you guys as a bit of a way of explaining why we think the show is not just for kids but also for us as well. So, would you like to take it away?
So, my favourite episode of Bluey is actually Takeaway for a few reasons. If you don't know me, I'm heavily involved in the growing music scene, and when I listen to this episode, the music is just absolutely stunning. As it starts off, it's very slow, and then as it gets more and more hectic and things happen throughout the episode, the music speeds up, and then it just comes to this amazing climax at the end where, well, all the mayhem breaks loose. So we go back to that first line there, and this is actually a very typical Chinese restaurant back in Australia. You'll have the name of it on the front, little main dining area inside, and plenty of takeaway menus. It's very common to just call up and say, yeah, I want the fried rice, whatever the Chinese want.
We don't have Panda Express and stuff back home. We literally have, so every single little suburb will have somebody running a Chinese restaurant like this.
Case in point, I actually have a Chinese restaurant just down the road from my house that is literally called Golden Lotus.
Yep. And it also, Australia is very close to Australasia. So it's not just an Asian restaurant, it is Chinese restaurant, Japanese restaurant, Indian restaurant, Thai restaurant, every single different one. And a lot of them are just mum and dad stores where they've been taught how to cook and make whatever dish it is that they specialize in.
Yeah, there's no real chef, there's just someone's uncle who's just out the back knows how to do every recipe in 2 minutes.
Yeah, and you'll know it's an authentic restaurant too when you've got the mum or dad cooking and then the son and daughter's actually doing their homework. Just out the front.
Yes.
And so you get the takeaway menus. So the reason I picked it is because our local restaurant back home was called Golden Pine, and that is an actual picture of it, complete with the sliding doors, the Golden Pine, the phone number, and then out the front you'll have the list of takeaway menus, and that is exactly what it looks like. And you can compare that to the actual Bluey thing out the front. And we'd go there as a family, and that would be our special treat to go there and get lemon chicken or whatever dish it was. And yeah.
But not the spring rolls because they're always late.
Oh, you had to have the spring rolls because they actually make their own spring rolls with the right people.
And that's why they're worth the wait.
Yes.
Now, there's one little thing here that you'll see on Michael's picture there to the right, is 3 little letters, BYO. I'm going to give a decent prize to anyone that knows what BYO is.
Put your phones away, no Google.
No good. Yeah?
Ooh, yeah, yes.
Is it bring your own?
Yes.
Oh.
Bring your own what? You
You
get an extra mint tea if you can do it.
Chapstick?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. In Australia, a lot of places don't have a liquor license, but we're allowed to have people bring. Yeah, open it up. Yeah, we allow people to bring their own alcohol, and we will charge them 50 cents for the privilege of drinking their own alcohol in the shop.
Used as a cup, essentially, and paying the dishwasher to wash the cup.
All right, we'll move on to the next one.
Everyone prepare to cry.
No.
All right, this one's yours.
Yes, so through all the... So I haven't watched all of this yet. But from what I have watched, Dragon probably hit me the hardest. Because growing up, I was that kid that loved to doodle and do all those stupid little pictures. And I always thought I was bad. I still think I am bad. And Kev's like, that's what some of my early pictures look like. Yeah, the crayon scribble of something that kind of looked right. So, but as time went on, I got slightly better, and as we all know from watching the show, clearly, let's see, is this the right one? Yes. Bandit was obviously the best at drawing. So we all know that, yes. And as you can see, perfectly illustrated here in the show is with someone sort of backing you up, you can see how it progresses. And we know that Bandit had some comments that did him, and that made him give up on it. However, this picture here, the first time I watched it, I was in tears because our mother has also passed away about almost 15 years ago. Yeah, but she always believed in my drawing and thought that I should keep going. So, with a bit of belief and practice, we have things like this.
That was about an hour ago.
I literally sketched this out at Red's desk about 2 hours ago. When, do we all know what the yes button activated? It was in the start. What was it? Dance mode. So what was dance mode? Very happy bandit. But yes. So, yeah, for me, that really hit on the personal level. And yeah, I find my favorite, man. As you can see, I'm tearing up now, so I'm going to pass this on to Siri.
Why don't we lighten the mood a little bit by going into another quiz? I like seeing Rudy run around. It's part of my favourite part of this panel. So Rudy, I reckon we're going to give out some sticky this time. Again, the rules are first person with a hand up, you get a quick yes and if you're right, you get a prize. So it's no longer who is this, it is what is this. So we're going to start off with what is everyone ready? This. Right there, back. That is indeed Turtle Boy. One of the most amazing things about Bluey is that it is not just showing English, it's actually showing multiple languages, including, in this episode, one where they animated the hands for sign language. Alright, there's so many hands up. Alright, I think Rudy, it may have been a bearded gentleman at the back there. We got that. Alright.
Is it me or someone else behind
Yeah,
me?
you be the gentleman at the back of you.
That would be unicorns.
Why do you guys have the coolest stuff? I've never even seen these things before.
Yeah, we get some awesome stuff downstairs.
Just like the husbands.
Alright, the next one, everybody ready? This one's a bit of a hard one.
Ooh, no. Oh, there.
Yes! Alright, now in Australia we have a bit of a thing where we like to name things what they are. This is a bit of a clue for the next one. What is this? You have to hand it first. Sticker. Alright. What is this? Yeah. Yep, sticky. And what is it?
It's neutral lizard.
Well, close enough. It's a sticky gecko.
Sticky gecko.
Yeah. Alright, and we'll go one more before we jump back to the episodes.
Aww.
How was that sweet?
She's got plushies. They're very cute.
That's awesome.
You know you grow crops with you.
Yeah. Alright, now like I was saying, the show is actually about real life. And one of the things that we may see in The Simpsons, or we may see in Family Guy and other shows like that, is the dad being a bit of a dope, or the mum being a bit of a nag, or you know, things being played up for the show for laughs. One of the things that Bluey does exceptionally well is there are moments of the show that it's almost like you weren't meant to see it. So I'll give you an example. Who here is about a dad that just was looking after the kids, but doing it in an immobile state? That's right, yeah. So what we've got there is Stripe there looking after the kids and telling them to share, and clearly doing a great job of it.
Maximum effort.
And then later in the episode, you actually see he and his wife Trixie having a bit of an argument. The show doesn't shy away from the fact that sometimes parents need to have what my parents would like to call an animated discussion. But it doesn't make it the whole point of the show, it's just something that happens in the background.
You will notice with Australians that when we do get a little heated in talking, we become very animated. My brother and I have affectionately referred to it for years as turning into Power Rangers, because we are like, what is going on with you?
It's almost like, almost as soon as
Yeah. But one of the great things about the show is that it shows that things like this are normal. It's part of being a parent, it's part of growing up, it's part of what happens in a family. sometimes things get frustrating. Sometimes anger bubbles over. Sometimes there are things that need to happen where we need to discuss things out in the open. Another one, this was a bit controversial. Who here, and okay, I'll get the prize out this one. Who here knows what's actually going on here? In the rain, you had your head up. What was it? It what?
They're hungover.
They are.
That
really,
does.
Yeah. One of the national sports we joke about in Australia is we have, I'll admit it, we have somewhat of a drinking problem.
Woo!
One of our bigger holidays, New Year's Eve.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Now, you're a parent, aren't you? How awesome is New Year's Day?
Do you remember New Year's Day?
Maybe? Like, I think New Year's Day starts at probably like 5:30 in the afternoon.
You're an uncle with a whole bunch of nephews and nieces.
Yes, I am.
How was New Year's Day?
Oh, it's always awesome because, particularly in Australia, they do like a 9 p.m. Fireworks show and to get me started for all the kids. And then there's
What happens with the 9 p.m. is we tell the kids that was the actual midnight fireworks and get bed.
Yes.
Then we have the actual fireworks at midnight. So yeah, they are definitely hungover. You got a question? Go for it.
No, I'm just gonna say,
Yeah.
y'all say you have a drinking problem, I don't think you have any problem drinking at all.
Oh, we don't.
it's a solution.
We just hear about it.
Another thing the show deals with is something like this. So Chili's sister, Brandy, wasn't able to have a child, and in I think it was the second last episode we saw that she finally was able to have one. Again, the show doesn't pull punches. It shows hard things. Another thing was where Bandit chose to, for the financial stability of his family, sell up the family home to move to another city. Again, very, very hard things. And then, because I'm crying, you guys have to cry, it shows something like this. Seems innocent enough, but then
Boom. Right in the field.
it doesn't pull punches. Part of life is annoying, but there are sad things in life. There are terrible things in life. But together, we can go through it. And we all need to remember that's okay. Sometimes things are hard. But you're doing it right. Now again, let's liven it up a little bit. Now,
When you cry.
I did. What do you mean? That's what I'm about today. Now, one of the things that a few people in America have sort of seen with us is that the four of us sort of bicker a little bit. And it's because brothers like to sort of, well, let's face it, I'm the better brother. You're the better brother in your family, right?
Oh, I'm the oldest.
Now we've got two brothers here, and I'll let you guys, especially Silas, while you for the best question, remind everyone who's the better brother.
Oh, I will. So, obviously in the episode, the kids go with definitely run to the squash game, just like me and him went with our dad to the squash game. Like, we play squash against dad, and that's exactly what happened. It would be one of us against dad, and one's going bang, bang, and one's running around, sweating and falling in balls. That's exactly what happens in real life.
Oh yeah.
But you know, I was not
I've
sad.
actually been in that position.
Yeah. On the other side, though, unfortunately, dad is no longer with us as well. So now it's just me and him. But obviously, he's 6 years older than me, so he's the older brother.
Does that make him slow?
There was a while where it was, for most siblings, you know this good trick. I'm playing one-player game and my brother's annoying me. What do? I give him the second controller and don't plug it in. Look, you're playing. Hooray!
So again, you know, being 6 years older, that's a lot better than me as we were growing, so the older brother would always win. Not always, apparently.
No.
And then, as we sort of got a little bit older and whatnot, and I could play when someone wasn't home, the older brother, exactly, doesn't always win. That's how it happens.
I actually remember that moment. think it was Gran Turismo. You beat me once, and I was in shock.
See, in Australia, it's not letting, oh, you won, oh no. It's like, I'm going to win.
Oh no, I'm better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so a lot of the times Americans may see this as sort of like we're having a bit of a fight where we're so trying to be better than each other. It's not. The thing is, Silas, do you actually care about them?
I would like to remind everyone this time is being recorded.
I talk to him every day, but he wasn't there.
I'll take it. I will take it.
What does it suck?
I'm gonna make up t-shirts.
What about you, Mom?
I think he's alright. He's definitely been around.
See, this is what I mean. In Australia, we find it very, very hard to say three simple words, which is I.
You.
Yeah, that one. I love you. It's not something that naturally comes to us in Australia. One of the ways that we show affection and show that we care is we kind of sort of maybe take things a little too far and poke and prod. But we actually do care about each other. And the show shows this, where towards the end of this episode, Stripe was actually finally able to win against his opponent.
It was the simple. Good on you, mate.
That's right.
Now, the last episode we're going to have a look at is one called cricket. Who here actually knows what cricket is?
A game?
That is the most accurate answer. The question is, who here understands cricket? That's
So cricket comes in several forms. It comes in professional. It comes in not, and then it comes in backyard cricket. And now, growing up, especially where we live, there's often a lot of parks or a nearby school that we can not break into, actually just freely walk into and play a game with our friends. And so for a lot of us, we've grown up playing sports, not organised or anything like that, just with our friends.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes there's a kid that's better at it than you ever will be. And it makes it really, really hard. And what the episode cricket reminded us was basically, it doesn't matter if it's easy, it doesn't matter if it's hard. All it's about is keeping it going. The other thing that cricket had was a dad that wasn't always there. One of the hardest things when growing up is that sometimes mum and dad aren't around. Sometimes mum and dad may have to work, or may have to work a long way away. I know growing up for myself, my family would vacation approximately 45 minutes away from where my dad worked. The reason why we would vacation 45 minutes away from where my dad worked was pretty much every day he would still go back into the office even though it was his vacation, because there were things that needed to be done. And so, growing up, I'd see my dad on weekends, or my dad would be around for dinner, some nights and things like that. But they weren't always there. And one of the things that Bluey doesn't shy away from is reminding us that there are some kids, but their dad isn't always there.
I mean, case in point on that, Silas and my father was a policeman for about part of 25 years. And our mother was a chef for most of that, and then a nurse towards the end. So Dad would be gone 5, 6 a.m. in the morning. We would see him get down dead, get back dead tired, probably 2:30 in the afternoon.
The lounge wasn't the freaking house, it was the other bed.
Yeah.
Get home and he'd be just there.
Yeah, and then Mum would be off to work for the chef night shift at 5:30. So, I mean, I think I was about 8 or so when we were starting to cook our own meals in the kitchen. Yeah, learned tips and tricks from Mum and Dad.
Which is fun because now we're both chefs.
Yeah. Funny how that works. Yeah. English muffins with peanut butter. Roast them lightly, they turn into satay muffins. Pro tip.
What now?
You don't know that trick. If you lightly roast peanut butter, it goes tacky like barbecue sauce.
This is also Australian thing,
It's Australian big glass.
I can see your face there, it's just like,
How long is that? Alright, but yeah, one of the things you see in the episode is Rusty facing something that is hard. And his dad gives him a reminder of why he should. Hang on, let me get the volume up. That was my bad. Alright. Let's try that again.
As you grow up, you'll face hard things in a cricket ball, and you'll have two choices. Back away and head out,
Whose back is it?
or step in front and play a push-up. Just keep your eye on the ball.
So sometimes life's hard, but you just got to step up and give it a crack. Now, I'm going to throw out another extra special prize. Does anyone? Oh, yeah.
can I just say that is actually real? Because as mentioned earlier, I've got some nephews and he plays cricket. And not last Christmas, Christmas before, we just had some wickets set up, threw in the ball, hit the wicket, oh, you're out, you're out. Then came last year. He's had a full year of practice. Alright, let's try this again. How did you hit? Okay, no, that was a lucky one. Alright, let's go again. No, you hit that one too. So yeah, it is very, very real exactly what happened.
There's nothing being more demoralizing than being over 25 and being taken to task by a 9-year-old.
For those of you who are 13 now, but going from like 12 to 13, it's still just.
And for those of you that have seen cricket, that dad's ganging up to solve the problem is very much a reality.
Yes.
Does anyone? Oh, actually, you have a question.
Okay, there's two things about this. First of all, the animation on the bowler, I was like, how many bowlers did they study to get that down? Because they nailed that.
Well, let me tell you now, every Australian grew up watching this. The cricket with you guys, like, you know how you guys have baseball and stuff like that? That's nothing. That's what, 2-3 hours?
What was it? They released a statistic. After this episode aired, there was a surge of like 20+% in literally cricket playing and youths playing cricket and signing up.
It was Sunday afternoon.
So no, but this is just Sunday afternoon. Hands up who knows how long an actual game of proper cricket goes for.
It's like several days, isn't it?
Several days. How many days exactly?
3?
Nope.
5?
5 is correct. A single game of cricket will go over 5 days.
Yep.
So when I say you see a lot of this growing up, you see a lot of this growing up because a single game is 5 days.
So they'll send one team in and they'll play for basically a day and a bit. Then the other team comes in, they play for a day and a bit, and then they continue on for the next 3 days to try and figure out who the winner is.
Yeah, Reed, you will give this one a prize for getting it right 5 days.
But the other thing I wanted to say is this one hit me hard because this was my dad's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from the day I was born until the day I graduated.
Yeah,
That was my problem.
it's hard living without a parent, especially when they're doing something meaningful for one. One last thing that I'll do is I'll throw in another prize for whoever can guess. Anthony Field was the guy that gave the voice to Rusty's dad. Can anyone guess what the occupation is of Mr. Anthony Field?
Someone throw your hand up and take a stab at it.
Yeah. Nope. No. He has a very special job. He is, I'll give you a bit of a hint. He's an entertainer. Well known throughout the world. Yeah. He's not a comedian. Yeah. Go for it. No, not cricket.
You finished the band?
He does play in a band. The band's name was the Cockroaches, but they're now known by another name, so I'll give you a prize for that one. You guessed it from the Cockroaches? What's the band's name now?
Well, I know him from the Wiggles.
That's right.
He was
He is
yeah.
the Blue Wiggle.
He was my favorite Wiggle. I actually got to meet him when I went to see the live. Him and Murray.
The Blue Wiggle at my workplace, we had a function, and he was singing at my Spanish school with me.
Yeah.
So one of the really cool things about Bluey is that there's actually a whole bunch of voice actors that are on the show that are actually from basically all varieties of Australian life. So Robert Irwin was in it, Lee Sales, who's a journalist, was in it, gosh, who else was
Robert Matheson.
Oh, Ray Warren, the announcer that we've got. So there's a whole bunch of different people that have actually, who are very prominent in Australian broadcasting life, who actually are shown on the show as well. What we'll do now is we've got our final quiz. And I hate to tell you, but these just aren't props. Does anyone know what this is?
I thought I was a gnome.
It's a broken husband. It is show accurate. Yes. You can thank the US Postal Service for breaking the husband.
So actually, I'm sure some of us heard about. What happens when you're not happy with what you got?
Someone's husband eventually gets it.
Exactly.
That's my favorite line from children.
So unfortunately, yeah, we've had a breakage. But what we'll do is we'll go through one final time. Yeah, we've got to hand it right over the back. What's that? Like, yeah. Cocoa, yeah, that's right, cocoa. Alright, this is from. Yeah.
So these ones are Australian chocolates.
Yeah. I'll get ready for these because they don't use corn.
This
Yeah, there's no
All
all
cane
cane
sugar,
sugar.
proper chocolate.
Don't, if you get one, don't put it in your pocket.
It will liquefy.
Yeah. The next one. Yeah, hand it over the back.
That's funky.
That is Bucky.
So we mentioned it earlier, Broken has actually provided the voice of Bucky on that. And as a bonus, during the episode that it aired, there was a phone number on there, and I even dialed the phone number, called it, and it came back, hey, it's Bucky here, sorry you missed you. And so yeah, you could actually call Bucky.
Yeah, so actually we missed a bit there. So what happened was when the sign aired, was it realestate.com?
Yes.
Realestate.com actually listed the Bluey house with like, you know, whatever it was, like 4-bedroom house, like outside patio, all the details there. There was contact number for the real estate. And if you rang that, there was a pre-recorded message from Bucky Dunstan saying, it's like, hey, this is Bucky Dunstan. I can't get to the phone right now because I'm out selling houses.
Right, we've got another one who, and I'm not after names because I don't think these are named characters. So no.
Look at the little we are about to get started.
Yeah. They are the terriers, yes.
Let's not be the terrible terriers.
Spanish terrier.
I can imagine having terriers.
No, you can't.
You've got three. What's it like having 3 kids?
I mean,
Yes.
the middle one's definitely not my favourite.
Danger cornered. Alright, this one's going to be a little bit harder. We've had Jack. So come.
No, it's his mom.
What?
His dad.
Jack's dad, that's right.
I don't remember his name.
Unnamed characters, I love it. Alright, that was a bit hard. I'll go to 2 named characters. If I point to you, I need to look one of the 2 names, because I'm going to allow somebody else to get the other point. So, we've got 2 characters in this one. Alright. Eli.
Rad?
We've got Rad, yeah. And Frisky, that's right. Now, we've got a final competition where what we're going to do is the prizes are somebody's husband who got it.
Some
Or-
assembly required.
Some assembly required. Or, and you get a choice of either Tony or Hecuba. Or you get a
There's 2 got it.
Yeah, or you get a Cheddar Max. Alright, so now what's going to happen here is it's the first person to guess gets to pick from either the Broken Husband or the Cheddar Max. So, hands up who wants to play.
Should we make them stand for this?
Yeah, we're gonna stand people. Yeah. All right. Actually, yeah, we can go three. I've got three guys. Come on up, three people.
And obviously, if you're able to stand, we're not telling you something.
It's okay. All right. So I'm looking for hands up. No,
That's cheating.
No, that's cheating. I've got a question. Looking for the first person to hand up who can tell me what it is that Bandit is making in the next picture. Alright, you guys ready? What is it that Bandit is making in this picture? Hand up.
Duck cake.
Duck cake. Alright, you get first choice. Go on up. You can have broken Hecuba, broken Tony, or a Chatterbox. Okay, just keep in mind it is broken, so it is slightly sharp.
Yeah, it is an actual no.
By the way, that's okay, you guys are still in the running, because I still have 2 prizes left. One of them
This is open to everyone. If you know that answer, snap your hand up.
Well, hang on, no, these 2 are playing for these prizes. I still have other prizes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have other prizes.
Yeah.
Just trying to get rid of the broken ones first.
We don't have enough people, we have so many prizes. Alright, between you 2. Alright, do either of you remember what part fell off the cake? Yes.
The head.
The head, that's right. You get to go and you get to choose between broken Hecuba or Chatterbox. Fantastic.
It's already broken, so you know.
It's already broken, so you can't break it any further. This one's yours.
Yay!
Alright. It would be remiss if I don't say that I may have kind of broken your customs a little, and I should probably also report it anyway. One of our friends actually had his son say he wanted a duck cake made. Now, one of the really hard things in making a duck cake is that your flour is different to our flour, your tins are different to our tins.
Do you remember the tutorial that he found?
Yeah.
Apparently you guys think a duck cake is made like a cake pop, which is entirely wrong.
A duck cake is actually a duck. It is the size of a duck. And so what we did was we sent our friend a couple of kilos of flour, a couple of kilos of sugar, and all the stuff that's required except for eggs, because we can't pass those across the border, to our friend who made, as you can see, that lovely duck cake there on the right.
That's actually the cake you made.
Yeah, that's an actual photo.
And funnily enough, he too had to shape the neck into a head, because the head didn't work.
Yes.
Yeah. So that book is actually a real book. You can actually look it up. It's called the Woman Weekly Cookbook. Sorry, the Woman's Weekly Cake Book, rather. It's available in PDF form, and you can actually make all of the cakes that we tortured our parents with when we were children.
Yes.
You should have seen my
trains and rolls.
Yeah, my first and my
21st.
yeah, it was the 21st, wasn't it? I had the train cake, which is about 5 individually styled little carriages and an engine.
Each one had different layers of
Oh yeah. My mum and dad had a custom board made to support this thing.
But that pretty much brings us to the end of the panel. We hope that, you guys will continue to enjoy the show. Trust me, Bluey is not just a kids' show, it's actually a show teaching us adults as well. But it's okay. Sometimes life is hard. Sometimes life is messy. But the most important thing is, remember to keep hold of those around you. Yep, you got a question?
That's the most Australian chocolate.
Alright. Yeah.
You know what? We had got way
We've got a system.
Alright. So, tell you what, I think there's enough to go around.
You reckon we can do one each?
There
Well,
might
at
be
least one of
one of something. Alright. So if you would like to, when we weigh out, we've got.
So these are honey oat biscuits from back in Australia. The mentioned food of plus and about earlier, they're very, very sticky candy that will get into your teeth and you can't lose to. find every list filling in your head. It's great because you can
And your breakfast are eating fresh breakfast.
Hey, bite into this. And then of course the Australian chocolate, which we remind you, don't put in your pocket, otherwise it will become liquid, Australian chocolate.
Still tasty.
Alright, there's nothing better than
Did you guys introduce yourselves or how I can find you on YouTube or Twitter or
The
something?
best way to get a hold of us is actually on his YouTube channel.
my YouTube? Yes. If you search on YouTube for the Almond Brownie,
Okay.
you'll find
The
me.
what brownie?
Almond. Like a steak.
Like, you know how in my
Suit of armor.
Armor brownie. Okay. Thank you.
Spell it with a U. Because that's how we spell it.
Spell it correctly.
With a U.
I'm so screwed.
Actually, sorry about that. Just real quick. Funny enough, if you search Brownie Reacts, because that's what we originally started doing, you will find us slotted in there around Race Fest and all that as Australia Brownies Reacts. And just shameless plug back.
Just, if you're a kid, don't watch any of us do it.
Don't watch the game, no. That is not kid friendly. Not at all. But shameless plug, when we did the Friendship Games React, we held top spot for 3 weeks.
Does anyone have any more questions for us?
Thank you.
Where did you get those Nicholas plushies? Because Bob Bilby needs a friend.
I know. I'm like, they're
These
cute.
were a limited run that was shipped to Big W. So literally, like you can see, we get so many Bluey things, it's not funny. They're literally everywhere in Australia.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I found it, I posted it to our group chat and went, who wants them? Me. So I ended up acquiring 9 of them in total.
They said that's a great, very sweet.
And I went to every supermarket I could and just grabbed all the unicorns. And then some US friends were also like, oh, I want one too. So I was able to acquire them and I brought over a total of 9 of them. And I think I've got 3 left after handing them out to just everyone that's like, yeah, I reserve them, I've got them somewhere.
Wow, that's amazing.
They may have come to America, I don't know. Check the little plushie aisle at Target or wherever. So.
Can I take a picture of Bob Bilby when they do that?
Very cute. Thank you.
Come up and grab one of these. You're more than welcome.
And if you have questions for us, feel free to come up and ask questions as well. So thank you for joining Bluey.
Yay!
If anyone wants my horrible original art, you're very welcome to. I don't think it's worth much, but it is signed by me.
Look, Fox is still working on the panel.
So what?
Working on the panel.
I mean, we could if you really wanted. I don't think anyone will buy it, but you never know.
You say that and
Oh, you say that, but no. Sign it.
Sure, they were done